Good morning. I'm back. Guess where I went yesterday? Yeah. 3 times I went back to that estate sale because I got so much good stuff. I have some super sales too from that estate sale already. And I'll get into those in my What Sold video, so you definitely want to stay tuned. But let me show you what I got after 3 trips yesterday. The first trip I spent 20 bucks. The second trip I spent $5 because I was on a time limit. And at the end of the day, we were just coming back from dinner and thought, let's swing back by. And guess what? Free. Everything free. And I'm going to show you all that, and stay tuned. Part of the 20 was this stuff. I saw it. I didn't know. I mean, I know about fuses. So there's a lot of fuses here. Or actually, they're ohms. There's a bunch of this kind of stuff. It's not worth a lot of money. There's some electronics here, Uniden, just stuff like this, cables, whatever that is. And I think there's a CB in here. And so I grabbed this because everything was so cheap. And several of these brand new, or new in the box type stuff, which is similar to this. And yeah. All right, I brought the rest in here to go over, and there's a lot of stuff. Again, good morning. They were wanting everything gone. Now, this family had moved from Washington, or the mother had, and she had a stepfather and a father, so there was a lot of accumulation. And she just wanted it gone because she's moving into the house, selling her old house. And anyway, it got crazy. There was a lot of people there, repeat people like me, that kept going back and forth because we found so much good stuff. And I'll premise this by saying that a lot of this stuff I have no knowledge of. I don't know a lot about any of this stuff. I'm not an expert on most of this stuff, and not everything for sure, as most people are not. Everybody has their little niche areas where they really are good at, and then we know a little bit about a lot. But I take chances. When I see unique, I take chances. When I see jewelry, I take chances. When I see toys, I take chances. But not to keep the video long, but let's quickly go through. I'm going to do the 20 and then the 5, and then I'm going to do the free stuff. And yeah, it's crazy. When I was digging, and while I was gone, they were bringing out jewelry, and I missed out on that, but I found some in another box, and not all of it's valuable, but there is some value in here too. Some of this I've already listed. This is a military watch, World War II, and it is engraved DLG, which is a light destroyer, 1942 to 46, or 40, 1942 to 46, U.S. Navy on the back. It isn't running, but I did list it. I thought this was cool. It was in there. It's a Schlitz old pull tab. If you know, you know. And Schlitz just quit making their beer. So I listed that. And then these are like road grader type things. They're tie clips and all that kind of stuff. And I won't go into individually each piece, but there's a lot of that kind of stuff. Pins and tie class, elk, the Fraternal Order of Elks and things like that stuff in here that's not valuable. But there was some money here. There is a silver coin. It is Mount Rainier, Mount Hood. It is 999 silver. That was in there. There were 3 rings. This one is marked 10K, but if you see the face of it, it's chipped. So that'll probably be a melt value situation. I really hate to melt jewelry with stones in it. This is a band, and it's marked LK inside the maker's mark, 14 karat gold. Yep. And then this ring is marked Alaska on it, and it's 10 karat gold. So, and then there were some other coins in here, you know, trinkets, and some I can't show you because they're a little bit suggestive. But there's some advertising pen knives from a barber shop, a 1962 World's Fair coin from Seattle. That's not worth much. And a few military pins. So that's what I got. This is part of the 20 bucks, and I'm not done. Believe me, I'm not done. The electronics you saw already. There is a few personal items and some hearing aids and stuff. I'm going to give that back. This is some kind of little cup. I don't know. That's kind of cool. That was in there. And again, I won't show you all of it. There's a whetstone that's pretty cool. Of things of value in here. Oh, these came up when I Googled them. I thought maybe they were silver, but Google's telling me that these are vintage dinosaur eggshells. Now, I'm going to do more research because I don't know for sure. A 1922 piece dollar belt buckle that has some value. A bolo tie with another bolo tie. This one has a saddle. It is not anything crazy. These were really cool. These are Swank tie clasp and cufflinks, and they got elk on them. Of course, a cigarette lighter with turquoise, and then two of these, and this one has some real value. I think this thing could probably be a couple $100. There's the brand. Actually, that's not the right one. There's another one. Yeah. This is Fermat. I don't know. I don't think it's a super valuable, but it's a straight razor in its original case. But the other one that I have, oh, it was a roll of pennies, but they're not vintage pennies. There's some safety stuff. Another belt buckle. This one is Raleigh Lights. I'm assuming that there's a truck on it, but I would think that's tobacco or something. There is a harmonica. If I had time, I'd play it for you. These came up really well, too. San Juan Island vintage photographs. There's like a little stack of them, and those were cool. Oh, another belt buckle, B-2 Stealth Bomber. Where's the other? Oh, there it is. Yeah, this one. This one came up really well. Actually, it goes like that, and it's another straight razor. But this thing is Freador, and this came up over $200. So I'm gonna do some more research. I don't always trust my first lookup. And that's part of it. That's most of the 20. That's pretty much all the 20. Then I'm gonna come back. Then I gave 5 for a basket full of stuff on my second trip. There's some women's cologne here. And some of these say France. I have not done enough research to tell you the brands. If you recognize them, ladies, let me know. There you go. A watch with the flag on it. A brass sailboat. And a bracelet with shotguns. Or not shotgun. They're 45 shells. 4570 shells. That's pretty cool. So that was $5. And then we went back and everything was free. And I grabbed anything that I thought was cool. A Garfield 80s coloring book that has not been colored in yet. A heavy U.S. Navy warships book. Ugh. This cool shirt from Mexico. And also grabbed a hoodie, but Karen's already got that. And then this I'm going to give to my daughter when I see her in California. It's like kind of like a sundress, but it's got the elastic thing, and it's colorful. That was free. And then I saw a rainbow bag, and I grabbed it because they had vintage clothes in it, and it has a vintage Boy Scout top uniform, a Cub Scout hat, and a Girl Scout or Boy Scout, I don't know how they did it back then, skirt. And then I saw this. Looks like a handmade felt, like, little dress, and the top that goes with it, and they're in really good condition. And then this is also cool. Here's the back of the top, and it's a kid's. It's not handmade. It's got, oh wow, it's got a brand on it. Looks like LOFEE. It's all wool, made in Mexico. Okay. And then some of this stuff is just generic stuff because it was part of that $20. There's some toothpaste. There's some CDs. This really cool candle that I had been looking at several days. I grabbed that at the Sunflower. A couple of VHS tapes, dinosaurs, and I don't know if I've never seen Christmas Vacation. So anyway, yeah, I think that's it for that stuff. And now I'm going to get into the free stuff. Oh, that is the free stuff. I'm still going. A 30-30 vintage, I think this is 40s ammo belt. That looks like it could go for $80, and Aiden found that for me and gave it to me. Yeah, you know what it is. A couple of CB mics, a AM/FM radio. She said this was hers as a little girl, and it's got the writing on it. This is a pencil, like colored pencil thing. A Yamaha belt buckle with the old belt. This game that's brand new in the box. I'm selling these for Aiden. They're Soapstone salt and pepper shakers. Those are pretty cool. And then another box of stuff. Let me come back. And I just started grabbing things on little tables. I've got a knife here, a little pocket knife. I don't know the brand on that yet, and due to lack of time. That's a wooden solid barrel. Some stencils, a spoon. I don't know if it's silver or silver plated. This is an old leather hair tie thing. I think that has a little bit of value. A pin. Another knife. There you go. If you know, reach out and let me know. And see if there's an armadillo. Yep, that's a Texas. That's Texas. Some eyeballs for $1 or something. A couple of micro machines. They're military. And a figure that goes with it. And Goodwill Good Turn or something. I don't know, patch. And yeah, that's what I got for nothing on that trip.